Erica Serwin here from Pink Buckaroo Designs, and today I'm going to show you an easy way to make a shaker card. We have a great stamp set in the new holiday catalog called Sparkly Seasons, and it's really designed to create shaker cards. So I'm going to show you how you can make them easily without using a ton of Stampin' Dimensionals. Alright, so also let me mention the other stamp set I'm using is called Words of Truth. I wanted to find something silly to go with this pumpkin, so Truth, You're My Fave would be a fun card to send to a friend or to, you know, a teacher or whatever as a thank you card, and during October you could get away with using the Halloween stamps. Okay, so let's get started. You need a card base, and I'm using the Whisper White, thick Whisper White, regular card base size. And then you're going to need a piece of basic black cardstock, 4 by 5 1/4. And then this is fun foam. You can get it at the craft store. I also get it at Walmart when I'm there to get some groceries. It's super cheap, it's like 25 cents a sheet. And I get the thinner kind. It comes in, my stores have, I think, 2 sizes, really thick and then just the regular thin. So that's that. And I have cut this just a tiny bit smaller than the basic black, okay? Just a sliver. So when you cut it down, just scoot it inside those measuring marks just to make it a sliver smaller. Okay, so what we're going to do is use the framelit that is in the coordinating framelit sets for Sparkly Seasons. Can't remember the name, of course, but it will be on my blog. And we want to put these two together. We don't want to adhere them yet, and you'll see why in a second, but I'm going to put them together as they will go, and I'm going to run it through my big shot about where I want that pumpkin to sit. But you know what? In fact, let's do something else. This is a piece of DSP 2 by 4, and it is from Farmers Market, I believe, Market Fresh. I get those two mixed up. And I'm gonna actually adhere this on the bottom. This is gonna be where our pumpkin sits. So we want to have that there. That way we can put our little circle there, just dipped underneath that wood a little bit. All right, so let me get my big shot. And your magnetic platform is perfect for this because it's really going to hold it in place where you want it. And yes, this framelit will cut through. Oh, darn it. If I would do it right. This framelit will cut through the paper and the fun foam. And we do it at the same time so that they're going to line up perfectly. If I did them separately, my circles may or may not line up. So this way, they're going to line up. Framelits are strong. They will go through that. See? Right like that. Pull those out. All right. So now, we're not going to adhere them yet. We need to get a piece of window sheet. And where did mine go? It's clear, so of course I can't find it. Oh, it's right there. If it was a snake, it would have bit me, or a scorpion. If you have followed me on Facebook, you saw I had a scorpion in my office the other day, right on my stamp cleaning pad. So now I'm really scared to touch anything. All right, so back to this. This is a 3" by 3" piece of window sheet. And I just put some fast fuse there, and I'm going to lay that down like that. Okay, so we've got these two pieces made. Let's move them out of the way for a minute, and let's do our stamping. Our little pumpkin guy, I'm using Tangerine Tango. And you've seen me use this stamp set a few times now, the little chevron circle. And I'm stamping it in Tangerine Tango also. And then I'm going to use my archival basic black ink for the face. And I can't seem to ever get this guy perfectly centered. Well, that's pretty good. Okay, now there is another stamp in the set. It's the stem, and I'm going to stamp it 2 times. I'm going to do it in the Cucumber Crush, and I'm going to stamp it right on the Cucumber Crush cardstock. And then let me clean it really quickly on my stamp cleaning pad. I'm going to use Soft Suede on Soft Suede cardstock. All right. Whoa, slippery fingers today. Let's line this up on here. I'm actually going to use my 2.5-inch circle punch to punch the pumpkin out because I want it just a tiny bit bigger. Does this ever happen to you guys? You've left too much cardstock there for that punch to fit correctly. Just trim that off. I want this circle to be a little tiny bit bigger than the circle I used to cut the window. So that's why I'm using the punch. It's just a sliver larger. But I do need to use the framelit on these guys. And actually, I'm only going to use it on my cucumber crush. So let's line this up. I love that this, something like this, so little, has a matching framelit. Let's see if I can get it lined up. Because it makes it easy and it makes it look good when you cut it out. I am not opposed to fussy cutting, but sometimes my fussy cutting leaves a little bit to be desired. Now on here, I'm just going to use my snips to cut the stem, and this is really easy to cut. We just need a brown stem. I'm going to use a little glue dot to put that on here. Your fine tip glue would be good here too. All right. Now, I liked how this is called paper piecing when you use 2 different pieces of cardstock. I like how they look together, but I didn't like how this left this green here. So I'm just going to cut a little bit along the edge. Well, there we go. All right, let's get back to the card now. And I'm going to have to kind of eyeball this. So I need, before I glue it all down, to make sure I have it in the right place. So I'm going to think, let's see, I am going to put this right in the center. So I'm going to put some fast fuse right there. And I'm going to slide this guy. I'm holding it down so that I know where it needs to go. I'm going to put this guy, let's see if I got him centered a little bit over, like that. Now I'm going to take my fast fuse and really go around this. I do not want this foam to come up at all because then our little pieces, our shaker pieces, would escape. Okay, so now we have a little bit of a lift here, and that is the perfect opportunity to put in our sequins. And I am using, whoops, a little bit too much. I am using the, there they look like this, the metallic sequin assortment embellishments. They're in the main catalog. All right, so let's go back to this piece now. Remember, we have that there, and we're going to do the same thing over here. We want to use a good amount of adhesive, and I think that it would be better if I did it on the cardstock. So I'm going to make sure I really seal this guy in. Nothing worse than a shaker coming apart. You do not want that to happen. All right, let's get those guys. Make sure they don't escape. And I'm going to carefully line this up with that fun foam piece that I had laid down. And there we have it. Now, isn't that easier than lining 1,000 dimensionals around and hoping that there's no gaps? I think it is. All right, so I'm going to use my triple banner punch, and I'm going to cut this. I'm going to turn it around because I don't want it to cut off too much. Center it there. And I'm going to stamp my truth in the basic black. Actually, I did it opposite on my sample, but that's okay. It'll still work. Truth. And then we'll put the You're My Fave down here like this. All right, so put it on here. And I'm going to use my stapler. And I'm going to kind of do an X with the staples like that. And you can trim off any extra. I like to make my little white pieces a little bit too long just to make sure I have enough. Now the last thing that I did was to tie a bow with our new silver cord. I am loving this cord. It comes in silver and gold, and it's easier to use than the gold and silver thread, which I do love also. But I think that this makes a cute bow because it's just kind of naturally curled already. hold that center down and pull it. See how it kind of curls around? I just think that's really cute. Put that up at the top, and there you have it. All right, so now you know how to make simple shakers using all the different designs in here. You could make birthday cards, you could make Christmas themed cards. This could be an ornament, just so many options. All right, all the details, of course, will be on my blog. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks, bye-bye.